I think the next company that I'm looking forward to is Poonawalla Finance from Bhavna. That should be very
Yeah,
interesting.
that's tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Okay, great.
So, good evening, everybody. Today, I am going to present an analysis on Mahindra Finance, which is a deposit-taking NBFC, and their vision is to be leading financial services provider in semi-urban and rural India. So, we'll start off with knowing our company. So, first of all, its formation. It was incorporated as Maxi Motor Financial Services on 19 Feb 1991. In 1992, it changed their name to Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services. In 1993, they started financing Mahindra and Mahindra utility vehicles, and in 2002, they began financing non-Mahindra and Mahindra vehicles as well. And then, so this company, Mahindra and Mahindra Finance, is subsidiary of Mahindra and Mahindra, with M&M holding 52% stake in this company. So for this group, Mahindra and Mahindra, Mr. Anand G. Mahindra is chairman of Mahindra Group, and this company came up with an IPO on 21st Feb 2006. So we will look at their shareholding pattern. So as I said, Mahindra and Mahindra Limited holds around 52.16% stake in company, and rest is by foreign portfolio investors, mutual funds, and others. So to get to know about who is the ultimate shareholder of the company, we will have to take a look at Mahindra and Mahindra's shareholding pattern. So this is Mahindra and Mahindra's shareholding pattern. So it is very diverse base of investors it is having. Like only 18 to 19% is held by promoters and promoter group. So we can't clearly say who is ultimate owner. So in that 18.88% also, 11.38% is owned by Prudential Management Services, and M&M Benefit Trust holds around 6.79% in M&M. So can say these two companies are kind of promoter for the ultimate promoter for Mahindra Finance as well. So next, going on to their business. So Mahindra and Mahindra is deposit taking NBFC primarily into business of financing purchase of new and pre-owned auto and utility vehicles, tractors, cars, commercial vehicles, construction equipments, and SME financing. So their business by breakup by AUM wise is like follows. Their majorly AUM is into auto and utility vehicles, then 15% into tractors, 20% into cars, and equipment financing is 11%, and 9% into SME and others. And pre-owned vehicles is about 12%. These numbers are as on 9 month ended on FY23. So talking about their subsidiaries. So Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services has 6 subsidiary companies as on 31st March 22. So first one is Mahindra Insurance Brokers Limited, and next one is Mahindra Rural Housing Finance Limited, Mahindra Manulife Investment Management Private Limited, Mahindra Manulife Trustee Private Limited, Mahindra Finance CSR Foundation, and Mahindra Ideal Finance Limited. Amongst these, so in name as name say, it is first one into insurance business. Into this is into housing finance. This is basically mutual fund company, that is asset managing company, and this is trustee. This is for their CSR programs and all that. This company is basically for business in Sri Lanka, and that's it. So this is kind of checkpoint for our forensic parameter, that are they having enough subsidiaries or not. So they are having just limited 6 subsidiaries for certain reasons, and amongst these only that Housing Finance Limited, Mahindra Rural Housing Finance Limited, is only a material subsidiary. Rest all are small subsidiaries. So now coming to their financials of their subsidiaries. So Mahindra Rural Housing Finance, firstly. So they are having like AUM of 7,000 crore in 9 months for FY22, and which has come down to 6,800 crore this quarter three. So their total income has also fallen. Their PAT is around constant, and they are having like very high NPAs. Their gross NPAs are around 16% and net around 11%. Now coming to Mahindra Insurance Broker Limited. So Mahindra Insurance has uh, increased their revenue, and but their profit margins are low. But their profit has increased since last year. Now coming to Mahindra Manlab Investment Management, which is asset management company. So their AUM has increased from 5,200 crore to 8,800 crore. Their income has also increased, not significantly, but somewhat, from 30 crore to 35 crore in FY22. But they are in losses. Last year they had in FY21 they had loss of 26 crore, and this year they had loss of 38 crore. That is somewhat light on their subsidiaries. So now coming to their geographic presence. So Mahindra Finance is present all over India in with their 1,386 branches across 27 states and 7 union territories. Except for Nagaland and Lakshadweep, they are present in almost every state and union territory of India. So they have divided their presence region-wise, like central, east, north, and south. Uh, like we can see here, color coded. Yeah. So coming to their awards and recognition, this company has. So this company has won Indian Oil Logistics Award for Commercial Vehicle Financer of 2019, Aon Best Employer Award. Mahindra Finance wins Marketing Award for Best Customer Engagement at ABP News BSFI Awards 2019. Mahindra Finance has made it to Dow Jones Sustainability Index in Emerging Markets category for 7th consecutive year. Mahindra Finance included in renowned FTSE for Good Index Series constituent. Okay, so now coming to their board and promoter and board. So their first member of board, Dr. Ashish Shah, is the non-executive chairman. Dr. Anish Shah is managing director and CEO of Mahindra and Mahindra. He joined Mahindra Group in 2014 as group president for strategy. Dr. Shah was president and CEO of G Capital India from 2009 to 14, where he led the transformation of business, including turnaround of SBI Card joint venture. Dr. Shah also received G's prestigious Lewis Latimer Award for outstanding utilization of Six Sigma, developing a digital cockpit. As a strategy consultant at Bain & Company in Boston, he worked across multiple industries. Dr. Shah holds PhD from Carnegie Mellon Paper School of Business, where his doctoral thesis was in field of corporate governance. So now moving forward to Mr. Ramesh Iyer. He is Vice Chairman and Managing Director of Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services of Mahindra Group. So he manages financial services sector of Mahindra Group. He has been building Mahindra Finance since 1994 into the one of the leading rural finance companies. Mr. Iyer is also on advisory board of various educational institutes like IITB, Washington University, Vidyalankar Institute of Technology, Rural School of Finance, PGDM Rural Management, and Vivek College of Commerce. Mr. Iyer holds a bachelor degree in commerce and master's degree in business administration. Now moving forward to Mr. Amit Raje. He is a full-time director of the company. He joined Mahindra Group in July 2020 as Executive Vice President. partnership and alliances, and was responsible for lending, M&A, and investor relations. Prior to joining Mahindra Group, Mr. Rajeev was managing director in principal investing area of Goldman Sachs. He has cumulative experience of over 20 years in corporate finance, mergers and acquisitions, and private equity. Mr. Raja had MBA with specialization in finance and private equity from London Business School. So now going forward to Mr. Dhananjay Mungule. He is an independent director. Mr. Dhananjay Mungule is seasoned banker and finance professional. Over 25 years, he served at his leadership positions in Europe and India at Bank of America and DSP Merrill Lynch. Since 1999, Mr. Mungule serves on the board of eminent companies in India as independent director, like JP Morgan, AMC, L&T Infra, LIC Housing Finance, TN Petrol, DSP, BlackRock, etc. He is an undergraduate in commerce and law from University of Mumbai and associate member of ICAI. Now moving forward to Mr. C.V. Bhave. He is an independent director. Mr. Chandrasekhar Bhave started his career in IAS in 1975. After completing his bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, he won awards from Government of Maharashtra for his outstanding work in area of family welfare and excellence in administration. He then worked in SEBI as senior executive from 1992 to 1996. So now moving forward to Mrs. Rama Bijapurkar. She is an independent director as well. So Mrs. Rama Bijapurkar is respected thought leader on business market strategy and India consumer economy. She has 4 decades of experience in market research, marketing, and business strategy consulting. Mrs. Bijapurkar holds postgraduate diploma in management from IIM Ahmedabad. Post-employment include McKinsey and Company, Marg Marketing and Research Group, full-time consultant with Hindustan Lever Limited. Now moving forward to Mr. Milind Sarvate. He is also independent director for company. Mr. Milind Sarvate is founder and CEO of InCreate. He has 38 years of experience, including long stints at CFO and CHRO in Marico and Godrej. He is CA, cost accountant, CS. He has been awarded ICAI CFO Award for 2011, CNBC TV 18 CFO Award for 2012, CFO India Hall of Fame induction for 2013. Now moving forward to Rebecca Nugent. She is an independent director of the company as well. Rebecca Nugent is professor of statistics, data science and department head for Carnegie Mellon Statistics and Data Science Department. She has over 15 years of experience in statistics, data science, consulting, research, application, education, and administration. She won several national awards and university teaching awards, including American Statistical Association Waller Award for Innovation in Statistics Education, and serves as one of the co-editor of Springer Text in Statistics. Now moving forward to Amit Kumar Sinha. He is non-executive, non-independent director of the company. Mr. Amit Kumar Sinha is member of Group Executive Board. He joined Mahindra in November 2020. His current role, he is leading the Group of Strategy Office and works with Group's overall portfolio of business for growing over short and long term. Over 18 years at Bain, he led some of the large-scale strategy organization, digital and performance improvement engagement. Mr. Siddharth Monty. He is non-executive and non-independent director for the company. Mr. Monty started his career as direct recruit officer with LIC in 1985. He worked in different capacities in various departments, giving him exposure to multidimensional experience, especially in field of marketing, HR, legal and personal, to becoming MD in Feb 21. Prior to taking charge as MD, he was MD and CEO of LIC Housing Finance Limited. So now coming to management.
Rishikesh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nirvan here. So you were not there yesterday, Rishikesh. So we discussed this for the board and management. No? Don't read everything that's on the slide. try to just read one or two things about each person, the most important thing, and move on to the next person. Yeah,
Okay.
we can read in the slides later on maybe. Just highlight the most important thing about the person, and you can move on from person to person.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry for this interruption. Go ahead.
No, thank you. So Mr. Raul Rebello, he joined in 2021 as COO for Mahindra. He has 19 years of experience with Axis Bank, and so yeah, Mr. Raul Rebello will take over as MD and CEO when Ramesh Iyer retires on 29th April 2024. And now coming to Shantanu Rege, who is MD and CEO of Mahindra Rural Housing Finance. So he succeeded Rajni Agrawal, who stepped down as MD and CEO on September 30. So he worked as CEO for the company previously. He also was assistant to Anand Mahindra. So now coming to Anthony Hedia, he is MD and CEO of Mahindra Manulife Investment Management. He succeeded Ashutosh Bishnoi, who retired on 31st March. And he has 26 years of experience in the fund industry throughout. So all in all, Mahindra Finance and its subsidiary will have new line of top management in these 2 years, as we can see. So going forward to risk mitigation and underwriting. So this company has risk management framework as to identify, assess, mitigate, and monitor and report the risk. So for any financial company, the major risks are liquidity risk, credit risk, and interest rate risk. So for liquidity risk, the asset liability committee of company maintains liquidity buffer to tune of 3 months obligation and maintains a well diversified profile with no undue concentration of funding sources. Now coming to interest rate risk, this asset liability committee regularly reviews sensitivity analysis which protects companies' vulnerability to change in interest rate. Prudential limits on both borrowings and investments are set to ensure that they do not take undue risks. And credit risk. So stringent credit appraisal system and post disbursement monitoring ensures high quality of loan asset with minimum probability of default. Company resorts to early settlements and repossessions followed by sale of underlying collateral. So now coming to IL&FS crisis. So during the IL&FS crisis, there will no as such regulatory penalties or strictures from RBI or SEBI on the company. So main problem during the IL&FS crisis was of liquidity. So we'll take a look at their LM positions. So company had positive asset liability mismatch throughout the maturity of like 5,000 crore till maturities of 1 month and 12,000 crore of positive mismatch for up to 5 years. So on liquidity front, they are well managed. So now coming to their AUM. In this period of IL&FS crisis, their AUM has grown from 55,400 crores to 65,000 crores from Q2 FY19 to Q4 FY20. Now we will take a look at their other key metrics during IL&FS crisis. So firstly, their ROA and ROE. So their ROE dipped down to around 3%. Their ROE dipped down to 3% from like 15% in Q1 FY20. So we can see effect of IL&FS crisis that company has in this. Now coming to their NPA. So their NPAs are huge, around 8 to 9% before the crisis and during the crisis as well. So now coming to their price to book value ratio. Their price to book value ratio has consistently seen a downfall from like around 4x price to book value to 1x in Q4 FY20. So now the main point to check whether company had hit during this crisis or not was to check their write-off. So for this is the graph for write-off. So in 2019, they had write-offs of around 700 crores, which spiked up 3 times in FY20 at the end of FY20 to around 2300 crores in FY20. So we can clearly see this as an impact of IL&FS crisis. So in FY20, we can't say that this was due to pandemic, as pandemic was pandemic hit in March only. So this must be effect of IL&FS crisis. So going forward to forensics, their overall forensic score is 60.9%, which is not that good. This score is majorly due to their related party transactions, as this company belongs to conglomerate, Mahindra conglomerate. So they had very much intercorporate deposits, borrowing, lending with holding companies, fellow subsidiaries and subsidiaries. That's why their related party transactions are on higher side. So these are some parameters to deep dive into. So promoter stake as percentage of personal net worth, 0, as there is no, I think this point was meant to see whether the individual promoter is having stakes in other companies or not. So there was no individual promoter for this company. Pledged shares, so this company in particular is having no pledged share as such, but the holding company, that is Mahindra and Mahindra, is having some percentage of pledged share. So auditors remuneration as is growing faster than revenue or not. So it is growing faster than their revenue, because their revenue has been flat since last 3 years, we can say. So that's why the increase in remuneration seems to be higher than their revenue. So now dilution of equity in last 10 years. Since last 10 years, there hasn't been any dilution, but in 2020, because of rights issue of 1:1, there was dilution of 137% for the company. So ratio of total contingent liability to consolidated net worth is 14.4%. This is something to be deep dive into. What are their contingent liabilities? So yeah, and I was talking about related party transactions. So their score is 0, because there are very much intercorporate deposits and all taken and paid back to holding companies and fellow subsidiaries. So that contributes to their related party transactions. So now coming to time series analysis, that is over the period, how has the company performed. So their 5 years AUM growth has been like flattish around 3%. So their AUM has grown from 69,000 crores to 80,000 crores. In last year, it has been flat, as we can see. So their price to book value ratio has fallen from over 3 to around 2 for 9 months FY23. So their ROA and ROE, we can see the dip in 2021 due to pandemic. Now their NPA. So as we saw, their NPAs were on higher side, but they are trying to bring it down, and they are also increased their provision coverage ratio to 59%. As we can see, the gap between the GNP and NPA widening out here. So we can see NPS coming down, and they also said that they will try to bring it down. Now going forward to cross-sectional analysis, this is as on 9 months ended with their peers. So on AUM basis, so Shriram Finance has like very high asset under management as compared to Mahindra Finance, and rest are comparable around 80,000 crores. So now price to book value ratio. So Cholamandalam is highly priced around 4.5 price to book value, whereas Mahindra is around 2, as we can see here. So, uh, taking a look at their GNP and NNPA, as Mahindra Finance, we already seen they are having high NPS. So is Shriram Finance. So here Shriram Finance is having highest gross NPS, whereas Sundaram Finance is having lowest. So coming to return on assets, so Cholamandalam is having very good return on equity of around 20%, and L&T Finance with lowest of below 10%. So we can see Mahindra Finance is also over 10%. So they are having scope to improve their ROE number. So talking about their future outlook, so company will try to grow its AUM at 18 to 20% in coming years. So companies will is selling personal loans to auto loan customers with the product called Manthan. They are trying to reduce their gross NPA by 100 basis point or over to get to 4% or 3% kind of GNPA levels, and improvement in ROA to 2.5% to 3% by reducing operating expenditure and improving enhanced by better product mix. And as far as differentiation is I wasn't able to get anything besides their brand value of brand of Mahindra and their reach across India. They weren't having anything as such uh, for differentiation. So that's it from my side for today.
Thanks, Rishikesh. Nice
Thank you.
presentation. M&M. One question I have is, did you present the AUM split anywhere? Or
Yeah, I have.
can
Okay.
you show it once? I forgot.
Yeah.
In terms of, yeah. Okay. So basically, commercial vehicles is only 11%. So they have a
Yeah.
the largest segment is passenger cars. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Utility vehicle would mean like
Yeah, auto and utility vehicles.
yeah,
Just
it
like
would.
I think so that three-wheelers, FA
Ha,
and all that. I think.
right, right. Yeah, Mahindra is also in that segment. Okay, so tractors, cars. Okay. So cars and utility vehicles is 53%. Commercial and tractors is 26%. Pre-owned vehicles, yeah. So quite. I mean, auto cycle will have a big impact on this company, right?
Yeah.
If the auto
So
cycle
they
is
also mentioned that their recovery would be like good in their recovery is good in last 2 quarters because of they are into rural segments and farming segment.
okay, okay. So during the monsoon, etc.
Yeah. So
After the
there is
monsoon.
harvest and they
Ah,
get their
okay,
crops and all that.
okay. Got it. Yeah. So what do you think about the company overall?
So now, seeing their NPS and all, this company seems to be somewhat risky,
Hmm.
and as such, they are not having something differentiator or moat as such.
Right.
And
That's
there are
also.
companies into this segment,
Sorry.
and also there is no moat for them.
Hmm. No, their moat. I mean, one of the benefits is that whatever Mahindra sells, they get to
Yeah,
finance it.
yeah. The
So they
brand,
have a captive base that way.
yeah, and their reach
But
is also very good. Like,
reach is also very good. Yeah. But they are not. I mean, in terms of NPA, GNPA, and NPA, their housing finance business is a disaster.
yeah,
I mean,
it was somewhat like for them. I don't know what will they do with it. And
What is the total AUM? You presented the subsidiary AUMs, but I didn't see a
yeah,
figure for the total.
yeah, here it is
80,000, I think, no?
for housing business, no?
No. Consolidated. Yeah, I think it was around 80,000. You showed in one of the graphs. It
Yeah,
has not
yeah,
grown for 3 years. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
It is around 80,000 crore.
Yeah. It's valued at 1.6x price to book. Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't pay that for this business right now. What is the current ROE you said? So those numbers, the metrics that you were presenting, that was for FY23 9 months or for FY22, the final metrics?
For 9 months FY23.
9 months FY23. So can you go to the ROA ROE for the company?
Yeah. So here it is.
Yeah. So how much? So in the charts, Rishikesh, you get an option to label these points. Yeah. So always select that so that we can easily read the charts. Yeah?
Okay, okay.
You made these in Excel, I suppose, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you will get an option in the menu somewhere in the graph that you can label these.
Is are you like AUM?
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
I
So
will.
just go back there. Yeah. So it's at 11%. Okay, and their ROAs are at 2%. Yeah, so I mean, okay, average. The leverage has also come down. What happened in 2021? I mean, ILFS crisis, I got again very surprised that they are a auto financing company. So ILFS crisis, the liquidity, there was no issue. So why did they start having so much NPAs? That did not make sense to me at all, Rishikesh.
Yeah, to me also, why there were so many write downs and their profit decreased by 1/3 and all that. There was like mess in that.
Yeah, what has a truck owner or a car owner got to do with ILFS crisis? Nothing, right?
Yeah, and I also paid attention to that particular time frame just because like it was to be paid attention because like you said to pay attention on ILNFS crisis. Otherwise,
Hmm.
we wouldn't have paid attention on that time frame.
Yeah, right. Yeah, actually, Rishikesh, yesterday we also discussed that maybe for these companies, we should also do a quick check for the how the companies behave during the other two stress periods, which is COVID and demonetization.
Yeah,
Here we can see COVID. Uh,
yeah.
yeah, so,
2021 is due to COVID. We can
yeah,
agree,
yeah,
but
yeah,
that in 2020 also they are having like
yeah.
terrible.
Can you go to the ILFS chart just for a minute,
Yeah,
where in one quarter there?
yeah,
Yeah, this one, yeah. So their ROE collapsed their ROA collapsed to almost 0% in Q1 FY20.
yeah.
And then it gradually again recovered. Okay. Very strange behavior. Mm,
And their NPAs are like consistent around 8-9%. Now they are trying to bring it down.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Mm. Okay. Thanks, Rishikesh. I have some questions on the feedback. I'll share it with you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. From my side, I think one issue with this company is I think recently they got involved in some controversies regarding loan repayment, I mean, loan recovery.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
regarding repossession, so I think so RBI had this guideline restricted them from uh,
Uh,
uh, recovering loans from using third party. So they can recover or do their repossessions using their own employee, not
hmm,
using some third party agents and all that.
yes. So from a business point of view, also, I think these are red flags in my point of view.
Yeah,
Great. Cool. ठीक है, I think.
Guys, any of you have any questions for Rishikesh?
I had a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So stagnation in AUM था उसमें FY21 में 22 में और trailing 9 months में तो सर वही reason again you'll have to link कि auto industry के इतना heavily linked है तो उससे connection होगा AUM growth का
sorry.
basically AUM क्यों नहीं increase होता why is it stagnating?
So are you talking about this AUM? Why isn't it increasing?
Correct, 2021 onwards.
Uh, so during means I think so they haven't recovered through pandemic for like 2 years I guess.
Rishikesh, this is a divergence from Mahindra's actual sales. Yeah. If you track Mahindra sales, their sales have increased quite a lot. I think compared to 2021, I can do a quick check and get back to you. I think compared to 2021, they are either at similar levels or they've probably increased, from that level.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little strange that because CV commercial vehicles are an upcycle right now.
Yeah.
Tractors are not doing too badly. Uh, so are they losing market share or something? Is something that we need to investigate a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
In FY23, like you annualize it for four quarters, or it's just 3 quarter number?
No, because see, this is not an annualizable figure, right,
Yeah,
Surendra? It's a,
sizable figure नहीं है वो.
yeah, it's
So, like
not like
now one more quarter left,
It is
right?
as on date. वो
yeah,
as
but
on
one more quarter also based on the last 3 years, it doesn't look like it's growing, right? So in one
In
quarter,
2022,
it's
yeah.
yeah, one quarter suddenly I don't expect a very large number, but you're right. I mean, there might be some change. But see, they started with 81,688. So even if they grow, they'll reach that number only by one more quarter, right?
yeah, it will be
So
flat.
yeah, it'll be completely flat. So interesting, Rishikesh. So I have also captured this as one of the further investigating points. So yeah, let's look into it.
I think we should do a comparison with Shriram Finance. That
Yeah,
would give a very good picture. I mean, what is
yeah,
the industry
absolutely.
leader doing versus them?
Absolutely. So I think Sundaram or yeah, you're right. Shriram is the industry leader, but the one which gets higher valuations right now, Gaurav, is Sundaram.
Ah,
So
okay.
Sundaram, Surendra will present. Shriram also, like me and you were discussing, maybe we'll switch out one of the companies and get somebody to present Shriram. Then
Hmm.
we can do a thorough comparison of all these. And even Cholamandalam, I think somebody is doing. So those four companies are majorly into vehicle financing.
Hmm. And with the
So
capex cycle, I think they are beneficiaries of this vehicle finance.
yeah, Sundaram is doing very well, yeah. But Sundaram, the difference is it is mostly into CV financing,
Hmm.
commercial vehicle, and
Hmm.
commercial vehicles are having one of the most bullish upcycles right now due to
Correct.
all the government budget into infrastructure. No? So huge
Yeah, and
demand.
also,
Yeah.
also other than that, there is this scrappage policy that is coming.
Right, right.
That's
Yeah,
also very crucial.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. So interestingly, Shriram Finance is into second-hand CVs. So it finances pre-owned commercial vehicles. It doesn't finance so much new commercial vehicles. Sundaram is into new commercial vehicles. So I was reading some reports which are saying that with these RDE norms, where commercial vehicles are going to become more expensive starting from April, because some more emission norms are coming in the new vehicles.
Correct.
So Sundaram may face a slowdown, and the secondary market for CVs may become more active. So it may be a little bit interesting for Shriram. Yeah. Okay. Thank you again, Rishikesh. Lovely presentation.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks.
And thank you again to Kunal for making us understand why 5 star is doing so much better. And yeah, Bhavna, look forward to you
Poonawalla.
educating us about Poonawalla tomorrow. It's doing quite well, looks like. So it'll be
Yeah.
interesting.
Nidwan, if you have just 5 minutes time, I have some doubts.
Yeah, yeah, Surendra. I can stay back. No worries. Okay, guys, anything else to discuss?
Actually, even I have one.